Hey everybody, what is going on? So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's kind of close to my heart, and if you want to stay tuned for the next video, we're going to be talking about how to make these cool bearing rings using a bearing and a pin. Then subscribe, turn notifications on, and stay tuned. As you know, I work for an independent called Sin City Comps and Gaming, and over my past year or so working there, I have experienced a business I never thought I could ever experience, an independent business. So for those of you who don't know what an independent is, it's essentially a shop that hasn't got a large chain, it hasn't got a large corporate to it. It's mostly family run, and it's usually a company that doesn't get too big, but you obviously have the occasional ones that do get big every now and then. But yeah, so I've worked at Cincinnati Comms Gaming since I believe May of 2019 when I was 16, and since then they've been nothing but a family to me and people I can rely on. So today I thought I would just talk about independence after Corona. It is vital that we support the independents once Corona is over. Support your local music store, support your local comic book store, support your local skate store, support any local shop that isn't a big chain. Sainsbury's will still be here, Asda's will still be here, Tesco will still be here. That local food market won't be here. That big store that sells everything from mugs to groceries to everything. Those independent shops that sell that stuff in a market or in even a shop front might not be here after Corona. Take my high street for example. I'm from Newport and the high street is essentially dead. And this isn't due to high rent or any people being kicked out by the council and stuff, or youths of the city. It's actually because no one's shopping at shops anymore. Everyone's shopping online, or everyone's buying it from an online seller like ASOS. And that's what mainly drives chains and drives independence out. For example, there was a car store on Newport High Street which recently closed its doors due to the a large increase in using websites like Moonpig and like all the car selling websites. But also, like where I work, you don't have to go and get a comic book that's physical. You don't have to go get a graphic novel that's physical. You don't have to get a pop. You don't have to. We're not essential, basically. Whereas Tesco and that places like they are essential. But comics you can get on an app. Want an action figure? You can buy it on eBay. You can buy it online. You can buy a pop online for cheaper, probably. But at the end of the day, if you go to buy off Amazon, Amazon don't care about how much money they get, and they get money at the end of the day. They get a much bigger deal off of stuff that independents have to pay a lot of money for. Like they'll get probably about 50% off of what we would pay for a pop to come in, and it's absolutely insane how fast they go on Amazon and how fast they go to like £6 each or even £3 each. Essentially, online has made shops and that stuff basically redundant. If someone wanted to, they could create an entire online store today and not have to worry about a shop front, get the name across on social media, get the name across on YouTube. It's not a difficult thing anymore, but running a business, running an independent business is so challenging, so hard, as I've learned from my mentors and my boss, my current boss, who is an absolute legend and has taught me everything I know about businesses and independence and that stuff, and other shop owners I've talked to. But it doesn't help that people who could help them, the people who have low venti units, I'm looking at you shopping centres, the people outside the shopping centres who can't survive should be accepted into the shopping centre for a much lower price if it means saving a shop in the town. I tell you now, most shopping centres have free units or have multiple free units, even to the point where they complain about not having enough units filled or complain about not having enough money to do stuff like Christmas lights and all that stuff. If you let Independents into your shop in centre, then I guarantee you wouldn't struggle. Put an Independent section in your shopping centre, you won't struggle as much. People love Independents. But in conclusion, go support your local after this. Whatever you're into, card games, board games, that stuff, go support your local. Go buy stuff in your local. I'm not saying that I'm not telling you to go buy everything because I want you to. Support companies that might not be here in the future. Support companies that are family run. Support people who don't want to be employed by other people and like to work by themselves. Support people who will probably be future employers if their brand kicks off or their franchise kicks off, for example. It's just that thing you need to do to make sure that your high street, your arcade, your markets, they aren't empty, full of empty rundown units that everyone complains about. If you want to save the high streets, or you want to save a town or a shopping centre, then you need to go into those stores and buy stuff. That's the only way to put it. Thank you guys. So just remember, I will be putting some Independents down in the description below. Go support them and show them some love, especially during these hard times of COVID. And I hope you guys have a good day. Stay tuned for the next video where we'll be talking about how to make these cool little bearing rings. Peace out.